Hey, 49ers fans. Today we are diving deep into everything happening with our team. And trust me, there's a lot to unpack. Upton Stout has been making waves recently, and it is hard not to get excited about what he brings to the defense. That performance against the Seahawks was one of those games that instantly grabs your attention, the kind of game where you can see a player stepping up and completely taking control of the field. The level of impact he had was undeniable, and it was clear from multiple angles that this was a career highlight performance in its own right. When you watch him out there, it is not just about individual stats. It is about momentum, timing, and presence. He has this knack for being in the right place at the right time, making critical plays that change the outcome of a game. We have seen defensive moments like this before, plays that define matches, like that Cardinals pass breakup that secured the win, or the crucial stops against the Rams that shaped those outcomes. Those moments stick with you because they're the difference between victory and defeat. It raises the question, as we look ahead to the upcoming clash with the Philadelphia Eagles, who will step up on defense to take charge in that same way? Who will rise to the occasion and dominate the PFF grades like Upton did? The challenge on defense this week is significant. The Eagles are a well-rounded team with multiple threats, and our defense is going to need to be at its absolute best. It has been a theme this season. Games are won and lost on a handful of decisive plays, and the 49ers know that better than anyone. Look at the linebacker situation, for example. Injuries have created one of the most unusual scenarios you can imagine. Our starting linebackers, including D. Winters, have had to deal with multiple setbacks, and Luke Gifford, originally brought in primarily as a special teams ace, has had to step into the main defensive rotation in ways no one anticipated. Then there's Curtis Robinson and Garrett Wallow, players who just weeks ago were not even expected to be on the field as starters, and now they are thrust into critical roles. It is a testament to the adaptability of the roster and the coaching staff, but it also highlights the precarious nature of the position. Every single linebacker on the original roster has faced significant injuries, which is almost unheard of, and yet the team has found ways to keep moving forward. Day-to-day updates on Brown and Kalia Davis, for instance, keep us guessing about who will be ready, and Ricky Pyra's re-aggravated PCL adds even more uncertainty. This level of unpredictability forces the team to think creatively, to prepare for multiple scenarios, and to trust the depth of the roster in ways that are both challenging and inspiring. On the offensive side, there are equally compelling storylines. Wide receivers have been a major talking point all season. The absence of key players like Brandon Ayuk and the uncertainty surrounding Ricky Pyra makes game planning for the Eagles even more complex. The team needs to find ways to generate separation and create explosive plays, even under challenging circumstances. Jacob Cowing has shown flashes of potential in limited opportunities, demonstrating the kind of agility and speed that could be crucial if the usual starters are unavailable. It is an opportunity for young players to step into the spotlight and show that they can make a difference. Every snap matters, and every opportunity to stretch the field becomes a moment to prove the depth of the roster. Kyle Shanahan has also hinted at the possibility of Fred Warner returning later in the postseason, which adds another layer of intrigue to how the defense may stabilize and regain some of its earlier form. These dynamics create a narrative of resilience and adaptation that is truly fascinating for fans to watch unfold in real time. When you look at the 49ers' overall offensive output, it becomes clear that there is work to be done. Even with talents like George Kittle and Christian McCaffrey, the team struggled to make a significant impact in key matchups, such as against the Seahawks. The top receiving performance charts from recent games did not include a single 49er, which is surprising given the offensive firepower on the roster. This speaks less to the skill of individual players and more to execution, timing, and the need for cohesion on the field. The offensive line has been performing admirably in run blocking, and yet the passing game has seen limited production at critical moments. The challenge is not lack of talent, but translating that talent into consistent results. It forces the coaching staff to evaluate scheme adjustments and consider how to maximize the strengths of the players who are available. Each game becomes a chess match where matchups, strategy, and adaptability are tested in ways that go beyond simple statistics. Special teams also stand out as a bright spot for the 49ers. Ranked among the very best in the league, special teams provide an additional layer of advantage that cannot be overlooked. In contrast, the Eagles' special teams have struggled, which could be a critical factor in a close game. The ability to capitalize on these opportunities often makes the difference in high-stakes playoff matchups, where every yard gained or lost, every field position shift, can have exponential effects on the flow of the game. It is an aspect of the team that has shown remarkable consistency and has been a key differentiator in tight contests. Brock Purdy's performance at quarterback has also been a stabilizing force, combining efficiency, poise, and strategic decision-making. He continues to rank highly in advanced metrics, and his ability to lead the offense under pressure will be tested again against a formidable Eagles defense. As we break down the upcoming matchup, it is impossible not to consider the nuances that make this game so compelling. The 49ers' offense and defense each have areas of excellence and areas that require careful attention. Run defense weaknesses in the Eagles' front seven suggest opportunities for the 49ers to exploit, particularly through creative use of McCaffrey and Kittle in the ground game. Meanwhile, the defense must remain disciplined, capitalize on every chance for a turnover, and maintain focus despite the ongoing challenges with injuries and player availability. These layers of complexity, combined with the playoff stakes, set the stage for a game that could hinge on a few critical plays, the performance of young players stepping into new roles, and the ability of seasoned leaders to elevate the team under pressure. The 49ers have shown remarkable discipline and coaching control this year, reducing pre-snap penalties and improving in-game decision-making, which gives hope that they can approach a clean and focused game against the Eagles. The stakes are unmistakably high. Every detail counts, from individual matchups to overall team strategy. With multiple players traveling to Miami and the uncertainty surrounding key positions, the team's preparation will need to be meticulous. Yet, despite the chaos, there is a sense of optimism rooted in the organization's adaptability and resilience. The roster has faced extreme adversity, from injuries to limited playing time for certain starters, and yet they continue to find ways to compete at a high level. This ability to overcome obstacles and adjust on the fly will be central to the narrative as we head into the Eagles game. Fans are left both anxious and excited, knowing that what unfolds on the field will require near-perfect execution, strategic ingenuity, and a willingness for every player to step into critical moments with confidence and composure. Looking ahead to the Eagles matchup, one of the biggest questions revolves around the 49ers' ability to adapt in real time. Injuries have forced them into constantly evolving roles, particularly on defense, and that adaptability will be tested like never before. Players like Curtis Robinson and Garrett Wallow, who barely had starting expectations a month ago, will need to step up in high-pressure situations. Their ability to read plays, anticipate movements, and make game-changing stops could define the outcome. This is the kind of challenge that separates good teams from great ones, and the 49ers' depth will be under the microscope. At the same time, the responsibility falls on veterans and leaders to maintain composure and guide the less experienced players. It is a delicate balance, requiring communication, trust, and flawless execution, and any misstep could be exploited by a team like Philadelphia. Meanwhile, on the offensive side, there is an urgent need to generate explosive plays. The 49ers receivers have struggled to make consistent impact in critical games, and this has been an ongoing concern throughout the season. Without Brandon Ayuk and with Ricky Pierce possibly sidelined, the onus falls on players like George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, and Jawan Jennings to create opportunities from the snaps they do get. Jacob Cowing may also see meaningful playing time, and his speed and agility could be pivotal if the primary receivers are unavailable. The coaching staff will need to design plays that exploit matchups, create separation, and force the Eagles' defense to account for multiple threats at every turn. This is the kind of strategic chess match that Kyle Shanahan excels at, but execution from the players is absolutely crucial. The running game presents a potential advantage for the 49ers. The Eagles' run defense has shown vulnerabilities this season, ranking near the bottom in key metrics like adjusted line yards. This provides an opportunity for McCaffrey and Kittle to carve out significant gains on the ground, keeping the defense honest and opening space for the passing game. Effective rushing attacks will also help the 49ers control the clock, maintain field position, and alleviate pressure on Brock Purdy, allowing him to make decisive throws when necessary. The offensive line has performed admirably in run blocking, consistently ranking among the league's best according to PFF grades. Maintaining this level of execution in a high-pressure playoff atmosphere will be vital for sustaining drives and wearing down the Eagles' front seven. Special teams continue to be a bright spot for the 49ers, and this advantage could be amplified in a close game. Ranked second in the NFL for overall performance, special teams can influence field position, momentum, and scoring opportunities in ways that go beyond conventional statistics. With the Eagles' unit ranked near the bottom, the 49ers could gain subtle but decisive advantages through returns, coverage, and kicking game execution. Brock Purdy's ability to manage the offense efficiently adds another layer of stability, while the team's disciplined approach to penalties ensures that mistakes in crucial moments are minimized. These combined factors create a scenario where, despite injuries and lineup uncertainty, the 49ers have multiple avenues to control the game and impose their strengths. Defensively, the stakes are equally high. The Eagles present a balanced defensive attack, with threats in the passing game and the run game. Success will depend on who steps up to make game-defining plays. Upton Stout has already demonstrated that one player can dramatically shift momentum, and the 49ers will need a similar performance from someone else in this matchup. The team must execute nearly flawlessly, minimize errors, and capitalize on every opportunity to disrupt Philadelphia's offensive rhythm. Leadership on the field will be critical, as will the coordination between the defensive line, linebackers, and secondary. The margin for error is slim, and any lapse could be costly in a high-stakes playoff environment. Looking at the broader context, the 49ers have been remarkably disciplined this season compared to last year. Pre-snap penalties are down, communication on the field is clearer, and decision-making under pressure has improved significantly. This discipline gives fans reason to believe that, even with key players sidelined, the team can approach a nearly perfect performance. It also highlights the coaching staff's ability to prepare the team for adversity and maintain focus during complex, high-pressure situations. Every player will be asked to perform at the peak of their abilities, and the team's mental toughness will be just as important as physical skill. The quarterback situation also factors heavily into this matchup. Brock Purdy's consistency, poise, and ability to read defenses under pressure remain central to the 49ers' success. While the team has faced challenges with offensive production at times, Purdy's efficiency and strategic decision-making have provided stability. His ability to distribute the ball effectively, manage the clock, and make critical throws in tight situations will likely determine how well the team can exploit the Eagles' defensive vulnerabilities. For young receivers and backs stepping into expanded roles, the quarterback's leadership and trust in their abilities will be essential. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers in the NFL world are heating up as one of the league's most fearsome defensive forces reportedly find a new home. Aaron Donald, a name synonymous with relentless pressure and quarterback nightmares, is rumored to have signed with the San Francisco 49ers, sending shockwaves through the NFC West. Sources close to the situation suggest that the move isn't just about shoring up the 49ers' defensive line, it's a statement. Donald, often described as a human wrecking ball, apparently told team insiders that he's ready to turn the division into his personal hunting ground. It's time to hunt the quarterbacks of the NFC West, he is said to have proclaimed, a declaration that immediately sparked excitement among fans and speculation among rivals. The 49ers' defensive front has long been a cornerstone of their strategy, but the addition of Donald could elevate it into something almost mythical. Analysts are already debating how his presence might disrupt the plans of the division's top quarterbacks, from Seattle to Los Angeles. Imagine Russell Wilson, Matthew Stafford, or Kyler Murray trying to navigate a line anchored by a player widely regarded as one of the fastest, strongest, and most intelligent defenders of his generation. The possibilities for highlight reels and for sheer chaos are staggering. Rumors also suggest that Donald's influence extends beyond mere on-field performance. Coaches and teammates reportedly see him as a magnetic force in the locker room, a player whose intensity could redefine the culture of the 49ers defense. While the contract details remain murky, insiders hint that the organization views this as a long-term investment in dominance, not just a short-term splash. The NFC West, already one of the league's most competitive divisions, might now face a new level of fearsome scrutiny on every snap. While nothing is officially confirmed, the buzz alone has fans speculating about potential rivalries reignited and playoff implications intensified. One thing seems certain. If these rumors hold any truth, Aaron Donald's arrival in San Francisco would signal a seismic shift in the division's balance of power. Opposing quarterbacks might be in for sleepless nights, and fantasy managers could start reconsidering their lineups. Whether it's hype or reality, the rumor of Donald donning the 49ers colors has already set social media and sports talk into overdrive, hinting at a season where defenses, not just offenses, could steal the headlines. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.